Welcome to your 2015 Oregon football ticket preview. In this video, we'll be reviewing the Ducks' home schedule, paying close attention to the cheapest ways to attend a game, and focusing in on some of the top matchups. We'll then walk through an interactive seating chart of Autzen Stadium to find the cheapest tickets across all games, and also to point out some of the best places to sit for a Ducks home game. We'll finish it off by taking a look at ticket prices for a few key matchups, including some big late-season conference battles with Oregon State and USC. So let's take a look at the Ducks' home schedule for the 2015 football season. It all starts on September 5th as Eastern Washington comes to town. Normally, we would expect to see a non-conference opponent have a lower ticket price, but with this being opening day at Autzen and the teams only being a 7-hour drive apart, prices are a little bit higher than expected. But 2 weeks later, Georgia State comes to town, and it's going to be the most affordable game all year. Ticket prices right now are available for as low as $18. Then as we get later on in September and the rest of the season, we're only going to see Pac-12 opponents the rest of the way. Utah on September 26th, Washington State on October 10th, and Cal on November 7th. Now the two big home games of the year come late in November. USC comes to town on the 21st, and then on the day after Thanksgiving, the November 27th matchup against Oregon State. It's a great rivalry, and it's going to be a great game to be at Autzen Stadium. So here we are at the Autzen Stadium seating chart. This is a great resource for fans who want to learn more about the different seating options at the stadium, and also for those who know exactly where they want to be, but want to find the best deals throughout the course of the season. Now, if you don't fall into one of those two categories, and you actually already know which game you want to attend, you're better off selecting from our list of events here. It'll take you off to a separate page where you'll be able to view every single ticket that's available for sale for that game. I'm going to go ahead and close this as we're going to learn a little bit more about the seating chart. So we start on the left with a list of all the different seating options at the stadium. Over on the right is our interactive map, which we actually load with the cheapest price ticket for each one of the seating options throughout the course of the season. So when we see $74 center here, this represents the cheapest price ticket near the 50-yard line for the rest of the season. So if you want to learn more about that ticket, you could click to open up a price chart, which will show you which event that ticket was for, and we can see it's for the Georgia State game. If you wanted to make that purchase, you could click on that $74 and you'd be able to check out from there. But if you wanted to see what the cheapest midfield ticket is for each game throughout the rest of the season, you can interact with our price chart below, and it will reveal details on which game and what the cheapest midfield ticket is. If I wanted to learn more about these $140 tickets for the Washington State game, I'd be able to click here and it'll take me over to a separate page where I'll be able to view those tickets and again make a purchase. So that's a little bit about how we can use the chart to spot these great deals right off the bat. But if you want to learn more about the different seating options available, come over to the left-hand list, and you'll want to do some interacting and scrolling down, and our map will interact and show you where the different seating options are located. If you want to learn more about the club and premium seats, you can click to reveal additional information. And you can see we just learned that not only do these seats have chair backs, but they also have access to a climate-controlled club lounge. So you can continue on down the list where we have different recommendations for different experience types, such as where to sit if you want to try to impress a guest. And then one of the bigger ones at Autzen Stadium is where to find covered seating. Now there's a roof that covers only a select portion of seats on that south sideline, so this is a good one to explore. There's more options below, so I recommend coming over to the seating chart page and learning a little bit more about the stadium. But let's say, for example, you had a specific section in mind and wanted to be able to learn a little bit more about that section. And let's say I was interested in section 32. I could come over to my map here, and I can click it to review more information about that section. It includes recommendations, descriptions of the seats, any fan reviews we might have, as well as the ability to view any photos that we might have from the seats themselves, which is a great resource for understanding what your view is going to be like. Now, if I wanted to learn what the ticket prices are for the rest of the season in section 32 and along the sideline, I could click here on my ticket prices header, and I again have a price chart that I can review and try to find the perfect seat for me. So come on over to the Autzen Stadium seating chart, give it a shot, and you'll be able to find great seats for an Oregon football game. So here we are at that September 19th matchup with Georgia State. If you recall, it's going to be the cheapest game all season, so I'm thinking this is a great opportunity to get fun, exciting seats that I won't be able to afford, especially for those games later on in the season against USC and Oregon State. So we start with our tickets being loaded on our list over on the left-hand side, as well as directly on our map, which is right here in the center of the screen. So I'm thinking I want to get as close to the field as possible. So the best way for me to search for those seats is actually to just zoom in on the map so that I can see more details on the tickets as well as the prices and find out what's best for me. So I have some options here that are near midfield, but they're $109. And then I have some better options behind the end zone here, $42 in row 9. I can click to view some information as well as more photos on the tickets. Okay, that view looks pretty impressive. I have a nice head-on view to the video board as well. This ticket has a nice deal rating and a decent seat score. And I'll continue to explore the map, looking for other good options by highlighting in on these big green ticket markers, which actually represent some of our best ticket deals for the event. Here I have one for $55 in row 6. It's actually close to the Oregon sideline. So I'm going to take a look at the views. So from here, I kind of have a better overall view. Seeing the far end of the field isn't as difficult. So I actually really like these tickets. And as soon as I'm ready to buy, I can click on my link here. So here we are at the November 21st matchup against USC. The rivalry between these two teams has been growing over the years. And with it being a late season Pac-12 showdown, it could mean a lot towards the conference title. So understandably, ticket prices are a little bit higher, and I'm working with a budget for this game. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over to our price range filters, and I can either select a predefined category for my ticket prices, or I can enter in a custom range. And I know I can't spend any more than $250, so I'll enter that. And our tickets will then get filtered down to only those that are affordable for me. From there, if I just wanted to find the best overall seat within my price range, I could sort my ticket list by seat score, which is how we rank the different tickets and the seats and the overall experience. So you can see here section 36, row 6 comes up as the top option. It's close to the Oregon sideline, close to the field, definitely very good seats. Now if I just wanted to find the best deal underneath my $250 max budget, I could sort my list by deal, and it'll show me what are the best value tickets for my money within my price range. And we can see here section 37, row 30, still semi-close to the field, not far from the Oregon sideline, good sight lines, an excellent option. So if I wanted to learn more about this ticket, view photos, make my purchase, I could do so by clicking and seeing more information. Now we're here at the day after Thanksgiving, the big matchup with Oregon State. I got cheap tickets for the Georgia State game. I went with the value seats for the USC game. So here's where I'm going to splurge a little bit. So I'm going to come over to our right side advanced filters here, which give us some unique seating options for the game. We have emailable tickets, so these are e-tickets that you'll get through your email. On an aisle, these are always great seats because you'll be able to get in and out quickly. You won't miss much of the action if you have to go run to grab some concessions. Unfortunately, our covered seats and club seats are grayed out here because no tickets are available for sale in these areas. Would have been great to have the club amenities and be undercover. Unfortunately, there's none available for sale. An intriguing option, especially for the Oregon State game, is the visitor seating. So these are the sections that are designated for the visiting team. If I'm a Duck fan, I probably don't want to sit here because it's going to be mostly Beaver fans. Now, if I'm from Oregon State, this is exactly where I want to be so I can be with my fellow fans and enjoy the atmosphere. For me, chair back seating is a great option. Not only is it comfortable, but it lets you stay involved in the game and not worried about breaking your back on a bench style seat. So I'm going to select my chair back seating here. I have two options left available to me, one in section 30, row 19, and the other in section 30, row 5. Personally, I like being a little bit higher up when I'm closer to the sideline. It gives me better sight lines over the players on the sidelines. And you can actually view that by taking a look at the photos. Here's a view from row 10, as opposed to row 25 where you can see better elevation, you can see more. These are the tickets for me. I'm going to make my purchase and buy my tickets.